Okay, so it's 6:30. I'll call the special meeting to order, and I'll ask for a motion to move to executive session to discuss pending litigation. There's a resolution resolved that the Southbury Board of Selectmen hereby moves to enter into executive session with Attorney Tom Kalin for the purpose of discussing pending litigation, Town of Southbury versus Salzman. Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So we are out of executive session right now, and we are going to adjourn the executive session. No decision has been made, and we are going to open.
Motion to adjourn, Mr. First Selectman.
Oh, motion to adjourn, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? Anybody abstaining? Okay. So we will open the regular scheduled meeting of the December 4th meeting at 7:13 p.m. And let's have the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have public comments now, and it's 3 minutes. Anybody here for public comments?
Good evening, First Selectman O'Neill and members of the board. My name is Danielle Hawthorne. I reside at 50 Fox Run Drive in Southbury. I am the chairwoman of the Southbury Chamber and the founder and publisher of Southbury Neighbors Magazine. I'm here tonight because Southbury's economic future depends on restoring and fully supporting the Economic Development Director role. We don't need to guess what this position can accomplish. We've already seen it. When Kevin Bielmeyer was hired in 2009 as Southbury's first Economic Development Director, 2019, he built the department from the ground up. He created a concierge-style system to guide businesses through land use approvals, added new zoning regulations for breweries, wineries, distilleries, and launched the town's small business training series. During the pandemic, he became the primary communicator for our shuttered business community, conducting surveys, running weekly webinars, and helping Southbury's economy remain remarkably resilient. He led the evaluation and implementation of our online permitting system. He co-chaired the Long-Term Recovery Committee. He delivered the Affordable Housing Plan and project-led the 10-year Plan of Conservation and Development, working across departments, commissions, and consultants to keep Southbury on track. Under his leadership, Southbury saw over 100 new businesses register with the town in fiscal years 2023 and 2024. He supported more than 65 ribbon cuttings. He relaunched business workshops and secured commercial space for displaced nonprofits after the 2024 floods. He represented Southbury locally, regionally, statewide, and even nationally, from Sustainable Connecticut, where he achieved bronze and then silver certification, to serving as president of the Connecticut Economic Development Association. This is what a true economic development director does. It's outreach, it's strategy, it's implementation, relationship building, and measurable results. Today, Southbury has significant commercial opportunities, from the IBM property to multiple sites along Main Street. These projects require someone who wakes up every single day focused on business retention, business recruitment, permitting, marketing, planning, and long-term commercial growth. Without a dedicated director, Southbury risks falling behind. With one, we stay competitive. We're forward-moving, and we're economically strong. This is not a luxury, it's a necessity, and an investment that pays for itself many times over. For the good of our business landscape and community, our tax base, and our future, I respectfully urge the board to reinstate, restore, and fully fund the Economic Development Director position. Thank you for your time.
Reservoir Road. Michael Carrington, 76 Reservoir Road. I just wanted to thank the town for a wonderful swearing-in ceremony. I want to thank all of the candidates and their families who came out. I want to thank Alice Maisano, our amazing town clerk, and everybody at the town clerk's office. They did a great job. Rabbi Polikoff, Attorney General William Tong, Representatives Buxbaum and Jensen, Dave Labriola, our town clerk, really all the candidates, their families, all the people who attended. I thought it was a wonderful event. The Democratic Town Committee and Republican Town Committee for the lovely goodies. And just publicly, congratulations to all the candidates, and especially to this new board. You've been sworn in. Now the real fun begins. I look forward to watching, learning, and best of luck to all of you.
Thank you. Anyone else for public comment?
Good evening, Jack Cesaro, 6 Concord Court, and Chair of Economic Development Commission. I'd like to echo Michael's fine words. It was a wonderful evening, the swearing in. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think everybody there was very uplifted. I'm here to echo Danielle's fine, articulate comments about the need for an economic development director. I think it's anybody who met him and worked with him realized that he really made Southbury a better place in so many different ways, from within Town Hall to every part of the business community, and so many different areas. And I think it's important that we think about funding that position full-time, and if we can't get Kevin, we got to get somebody just like him. But there is a chance we might even get him. So hopefully you put that in your budget and we can work to make it happen. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else for public comment?
Hi, Robin Greenspan, 50 Fox Run Drive. Congratulations to all of our newly elected Board of Selectmen and to Tim. Thank you for your service, and thank you for the opportunity to speak. I serve on the Economic Development Commission, the Planning Commission, and the Streetscape Commission, which sounds like a lot, but it's only 3 days a month, 3 nights a month. But across all 3, one thing has been really clear. We're trying to move forward without a dedicated economic development leader at a time when strategic guidance is really important. And without someone in that role, we lack a central point of coordination, someone who can proactively build relationships, respond to inquiries, and create continuity in the conversations that shape Southbury's economic future. Economic development doesn't happen by accident. It also doesn't happen when volunteers can give you only 3 nights a month. It relies on consistent outreach and someone whose full-time focus is understanding the opportunities, pursuing them, and keeping momentum alive. And right now, we simply don't have the structure to do that. Volunteer commissions, as I said, meet monthly, and we can only advise and support, but we can't replace the day-to-day professional work of attracting interest, shaping proposals, and ensuring that potential opportunities don't slip by unnoticed. The most concerning thing is that there may be opportunities that we didn't even hear about because it required a visible, accessible point of contact or someone making an outreach to begin with. And I just want to say Jordan and his team in the land use department have been great in trying to fill in the gaps, but it's really clear that these are 2 very defined roles and very different. And hiring a full-time economic development director is not just filling a vacancy. It's restoring the foundation, as Danielle laid out, that allows Southbury to act strategically and to plan ahead and engage with all the economic possibilities that we can't see just from the commission side alone. Restoring this role is one of the most important steps we can take to secure Southbury's future. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Anyone else for public comment?
Good evening. My name is Mary Corsu, 272 Old Woodbury Road. First, congratulations to our newly elected board and those re-elected. We're going to put you to task. I've been in town since 1976. We moved here for business reasons, found it to be a very rural, beautiful town. To keep it this way, I think we do need a qualified director of economic development. When Kevin was here, he demonstrated skills and the real well-done expertise to work with and assist small businesses, which make up the bulk of our town. We like to keep the bar raised. We want to have quality people with businesses that will attract other people to come in. Economic development is so vital to our town, but we like to make sure we do it the right way. And Kevin always demonstrated the skills to do that. There's many businesses that are at home. There are many businesses that are in the retail with a storefront. I think when I was on the Economic Development Committee in the prior years, we made it a point to go see everybody in town, the Southbury Plaza, the Southbury Green. So we went from one store to the other. Most of us on EDC work full-time, so we cannot donate that, dedicate the time to go to these businesses and find out what they're doing. So in the past, we would direct their calls to Kevin. So now it's haphazard. So we're looking for some good direction, and we believe a full-time economic director would benefit the town. I think at this point, if we could do it, let's go forward, fund that position, and maybe even give a little bit of a bonus to come back. But it's vital to our town. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Anyone else for public comment?
My name is Richard Boritz. I live at 401A Heritage Village. I didn't plan to speak until I heard people on the Economic Development Commission talk about the situation without Kevin being there. It reminded me of a situation in my own personal, professional life where I was a school library media specialist in a town, Stamford, that had a coordinator for the school libraries. And of course, during budget cutting time, that coordinator was cut. And a program that came in third place in a national competition between school library programs throughout the country ended up being dismantled. And it was dismantled because there were good people working at each library, but just imagine rowing a boat and having everybody paddling the oar in a different direction. We went nowhere as a town. Individually, some of us did well, some of us not so well because of lack of support. So I guess what I just want to leave with you is just the feeling that someone who didn't know anything about or not much about this situation would just like to echo and thank those who spoke before about the importance of bringing a vision that is consistent and coherent to the town. Thank you.
A longer trip than I thought. So, good evening. My name is Jerry Leventhal. I live in Heritage Village. I've been a resident of Southbury for 14 years. I've been on the Economic Development Commission for 1 year, and will be moving to a different commission in January. But being new, sometimes the eyesight's a little different. So my recollection of my experience there was the development director coming in 2 meetings before he heard the bad news, telling us that he thought he was going to be fired. And what I didn't understand is, why does that happen that way? Why did that come out in an open meeting? And what did the commission know about any of this? And the answer was very little. So I didn't know when the deed happened. I didn't know, and maybe I shouldn't know, how was it measured? Did he have goals? So some people talked about him as far as his accomplishments, But as he said, it was a one goal that he was held accountable for. So being on a commission is a very important process and very important involvement. And I would encourage the new administration here to make sure the commissions are included and make sure they're heard and make sure they're influenced, you know, and nobody expects to make decisions, but make sure that they have the input. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else for public comment? No one else? All right, we'll move on to the regular meeting agenda. At the consent agenda, it's all in front of you. Can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Mr. First Selectman, could I remove items 4 and 5 from the consent agenda? I just have a probably dumb question on each of them.
Okay, would you like to discuss that then, or?
Yes, but I think we have to remove the consent agenda, move that into new business, and then we would vote on approving the items 1, 2, and 3 on the consent agenda.
Okay, so we have a motion to amend the consent agenda and move number 4, bank signers, and number 5, Homeland Security Resolution to under new business. Do I have a second? Second. All in favor? Signify by saying aye. Aye. All right, so we'll move those two there. With the amended consent agenda, can I get a motion to approve the 1, 2, and 3 on the consent agenda?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
And is there any discussion on the consent agenda? Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? And we'll move on. Announcements, correspondence are in front of you. And there is a transfer that was approved by the Board of Finance. Let's see. I'll read the resolution. Southbury Board of Selectmen, December 4th meeting. The resolution that the Southbury Board of Selectmen hereby concurs with the Board of Finance and approves the following transfer. It's a department tax refund to IBM from unassigned fund in the amount of $857,170 to refunds on taxes for $857,170. The transfer of the sum of $857,170 from the fund balance to the tax refund account to be appropriated in fiscal year 2026. This refund was approved by the Board of Selectmen on April 3rd, 2025. Can I get a motion to approve that? Second? All in favor, signify by saying aye. We'll move on to the minutes.
Point of order.
Sure.
Did we skip the announcements and correspondence?
No, I don't believe we need to vote on those, do we? Just for information? Yeah. The minutes, we'll take both of them, the November 20th, 25 regular meeting and the December 1st, 2025 organizational meeting. Can I get a motion to approve those minutes? And so and a second? Wendy, we'll give Wendy the second. Any discussion?
The only discussion, I think, Mr. First Selectman, would be proper for the new selectman to abstain from the minutes for the first meeting.
Yeah, we sent those out, so I believe everybody had a chance to read those.
I viewed it online this afternoon, so.
No, I agree, but for one of these minutes, you guys weren't on the board yet. So I think you don't have to, but I think the right thing would be just to abstain from that one and yes for the second one.
I believe as long as they've read them and they're up to date on them, they can
Okay.
vote on them. So Wendy did have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. There is no unfinished business. Under new business, we will take up the discussion on the bank signers and Homeland Security resolutions. Jason, did you want to?
I'll make a motion to approve the bank signer item.
Okay, do I have a second to approve that?
In order to discuss it, we need to have a motion in a second. So I'm making the motion.
Okay, is there a discussion?
Yeah, just probably a procedural one. The resolution is to add Dan, Tim, and Kathy as signers, which makes 100% sense. My question is there a mechanism to remove old signers? And I don't necessarily know if there's going to be an answer here, but I just want to make sure that we don't have a backlog of former first selectmen and former pro temps on there. It's probably an administrative task, but I just wanted to make sure that someone was keeping an eye on it.
Betsy, do you have an answer to that?
Thank you. I didn't see that in the first one. Thank you very much.
Yeah, let me read that into the record. It's a resolution that the Southbury Board of Selectmen authorizes removal of all existing signers on the following Ion Bank accounts and authorizes Dan Colton, Tim O'Neill, and Kathy DeCarly to be signers on these accounts. So do I have a motion to approve the,
That was my motion.
okay, second?
Holly made the second.
All in favor?
Should I abstain since I'm in it?
You could abstain, yes.
I will do that.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. And do you have another motion?
For the Homeland
And that
Security
was
thing?
for the emergency, let me read it into the record. Resolution that the Board of Selectmen may enter into with and deliver to the State of Connecticut Department of Emergency Services and Public Protection Division of Emergency Management and Homeland Security any and all documents which it deems to be necessary or appropriate, and further resolves that Tim O'Neill, as first selectman of the town of Southbury, is authorized and directed to execute and deliver any and all documents on behalf of the town of Southbury, and perform all acts and things which he deems to be necessary and appropriate to carry out the terms of such documents.
Make a motion to approve.
Do I have a second? Kelly will give you the second. Is there a discussion?
Yeah, my one question, Ms. First Selectman, was I imagine this is a perfunctory thing every chief executive probably has to sign in every town in Connecticut, but since it was super vague, I just wanted to make sure that my understanding was correct.
Okay.
What is your understanding?
That this is just a perfunctory thing that every first selectman or chief executive
I would
person
assume
signs.
so. I recall this was something that was done last time, too.
The emergency management performance grants require your signature. You get them every year. And you have to have this on file with them in order to get the grant.
Thank you.
Thank you, Betsy. So there was a motion, there was a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. And now we'll move along. First selectman report. Unfortunately, I don't have any at this moment. It was a busy week, sworn in on Monday, met quite a bit of people Tuesday and Wednesday and today. Excited about the future. Next up on the agenda is reports from liaisons. I've heard back from 3 of our, maybe 4 of our selectmen. So we should have those liaisons at the next meeting. And that's all I have for you right now. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Like it's unanimous. Thank you.